If you haven't driven to Las Vegas recently, then you haven't seen the new You're going to have to help me out here.
Mike O'Callahan, Pat Tillman Memorial Bridge.
Thank you. Mike O'Callahan, Pat Tillman Memorial Bridge. I don't know why I had a difficult time getting that out. I appreciate you helping me out there. But thanks to the wonderful photographers, photographs that is taken by our next guest, Jamey Stillings, you can still see the bridge while it was under construction, right up until it was finished on display beginning tomorrow at the Phoenix Art Museum. We welcome you to the show. Without you, perhaps I would have not even made it like in the next 2 minutes, so I appreciate you saving me. Let's talk a little bit about this project and what was the genesis of it?
Genesis of it was a road trip in March of 2009. I went out on a photo road trip during a quiet time with, I'm based out of Santa Fe, so headed towards the Mojave Desert, and in the process crossed Hoover Dam and saw the bridge. And I had not known, as somebody from Santa Fe, had not known about the bridge prior to that time.
Really?
So it was really just the encounter with that bridge and then the feeling that I needed to document it that initiated the project.
Well, I imagine in Santa Fe, the type of photography that you do would be distinctly different than this type of photography. So what really motivated you, besides that road trip, to kind of venture into this arena of photography?
I have roots. My roots are in fine art and documentary work, though I've lived a lot of my life in the commercial world. And there are projects over the past 30 years that have involved construction and bridges in one way or another, but very parenthetically. So it was really an amalgam of all of those that brought it together. Really the bridge in that environment hit a chord for me that I wanted to respond to photographically. So
you responded to it photographically, but in words, can you kind of describe what the emotions and what the emotions were when you were there and you were capturing these? Because these are so impressive, I wonder if you can even articulate that.
Well, certainly I'd like to let the photographs do what they hopefully do best. But there was a drama attached to, especially the construction of a bridge across the Black Canyon, almost 900 feet over the Colorado River, a construction process that occurred day and night. So the construction lights, especially at night, gave a very cinematic quality.
Sure.
Already lit by the lights of Hoover Dam, then the construction lights on top of that, mixing with daylight and nighttime. Just a very intriguing, very surreal environment, and one that I hoped I could capture photographically. Well, let's talk about how you did capture those images, because some of the perspectives are so unique. They're high angle, some of them seem to be a little bit more direct. So tell me about the logistics of taking the pictures. The logistics of taking the pictures were it started with an editorial assignment from the New York Times Magazine. I took about 6 images to them in April of 2009 and said, would you support an assignment on the bridge? And it happened that they were doing their architectural issue that year on infrastructure. So the bridge was a perfect fit. And in April and May of 2009, I started the project. So that allowed me to understand the policies and procedures that were involved with gaining access. What was the most challenging policy or procedure that allowed you to get perhaps the best picture, the best image? It was really most of the shots that were not taken from the air were working with the Bureau of Reclamation, and what I wanted to do from the onset was to really scout that canyon and to learn it like a three-dimensional chess game in a way. What angles would be interesting? What angles might work at a certain time of year, a certain phase of the construction? Once I kind of got a lay of the land, scrambling up and down cliffs and that type of thing, looking down at the base of the river, the base of the dam, I began to get an idea of how I could build over time a group of images that might tell a story. Which brings us to the exhibit today, or I should say tomorrow, that people are going to be able to be a part of and be a part of that drama, as you called it. Tell me about what people can expect to see there, because we've seen just a small sampling of that. Well, one of the things that the exhibit allows a person to do is now, of course, the bridge is complete. So the drive across experience of the bridge is really not. You're just on a highway going across. The experience that people can have currently is to be a pedestrian and to walk across the bridge and to see, for them to see Hoover Dam from a place they've never seen it before in the history of Hoover Dam. But the exhibit allows you to go back in time. There was a point in time watching arch segments move out across the canyon The construction phase is something that is probably a lot more intriguing, and it's gone now. It's temporal. So that's what people can see by going back. They can see the process, the evolution of a bridge as it's built over the Colorado River.
Well, I think it's evolution of history, if you will, construction history. So we appreciate you documenting that for us, and also for the opportunity to be a part of that and take part in this exhibit. I know that in October there's also something, the 16th, that we can
The
be a part of.
19th of October, I'll be giving a talk at the museum, and the exhibition is open through the 4th of December. Opens tomorrow.
Fantastic. Good luck to you in this. I know
Thank
that the
you.
response is going to be overwhelming because the pictures are absolutely stunning. If you would like more information about how you can visit this exhibit, then you can log on to our website, sonoranliving.com, and we'll provide that information for you there, as well as the date on October 19th to remind you that you can mark your calendars for that opportunity as well.